Island. Icy conditions spark hundreds of accidents.
Oh my God, yo!
This fiery tanker crash in Baltimore, part of a deadly 67-car pileup. Planes slide off slick runways, people trapped on board and at baggage claim for hours. Thousands of flights delayed or canceled. Now another shot of Arctic air blasting the nation this morning.
The Electoral College expected to make it official for Donald Trump today, a last-ditch effort from celebrities and protesters to keep him from office as new questions arise about Russia's role in the U.S. election, and senators on both sides of the aisle call for a new investigation.
Highway nightmare caught on camera.
Oh my God!
An out-of-control car pinballs across the road, plowing into a light pole.
What the
Good Samaritans race to the rescue. We hear from one of them this morning.
Jumping for joy, the Cowboys star running into the end zone, leaping into a Salvation Army kettle. The rookie celebrating his record-breaking touchdown, but he could now face a major fine. What he says he'll do to turn that penalty into a gift for the holidays.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Happy Monday. How about that jump yesterday? We should take another look.
Boom! Celebration, right? And then I thought it was cute.
Yeah,
He jumped in the
me too. What's the
Salvation
big
Army
deal?
kettle. Apparently, the NFL didn't think it was so cute because they're now saying Ezekiel Elliott might be facing a fine. But I love his reaction. He's like, fine, fine me. And if you do that, I'm going to match the money and give it to the Salvation Army.
Doubling
Good
down.
for him.
Good for Ezekiel Elliott, absolutely. Boy, it was cold in so many cities yesterday. The NFL playing through all of it. And you got to look at this. This is the Bears game. Check this out. Kadeem Carey hits so hard the decal comes right off his helmet.
That is
They're blaming the cold, but boy, that was
Look
some
at
hit.
that. And then Vikings fans in Minnesota staying strong through the frigid weather. Look at that. They're using the fire to stay warm. Also, more importantly, perhaps, to keep their beers from freezing, because that would be a tragedy.
Fire to keep the beers at the right temperature. And boy, is it still cold. Take a look outside right here in Times Square. That woman with the red scarf there, couldn't even have her see her eyes just a couple of minutes ago.
Smart woman.
It is cold here. 19 states under winter weather alerts right now. Schools closing this morning in Chicago and surrounding cities. Ginger right here tracking it all.
And here's the thing, it's not just North Dakota, South Dakota, Chicago, Minneapolis. Now we're talking about Dallas. Look at this picture, a frozen fountain in Dallas. So it made its way, the cold, all the way south into Texas. I want to show you the Arctic cold numbers this morning. So we've got the wind chill on. Houston feels like 20. South Padre Island dipped below freezing now. You know it's serious. Kansas City at 15 below. And right there in Chicago itself, 27 below. And that's where we find our Eva Pilgrim. She wrote me this weekend. She said, I know you have a lot of experience in the cold. I'm a South Carolina gal. What do I wear? You look good. You survived the weekend, Eva.
Oh, Ginger, your tips were life-saving. I'm not even kidding. It is freezing here in Chicago. Actually, it's below freezing. The real temperature here is 12 degrees below zero. As you mentioned, it feels like 27 degrees below zero. And these frigid temperatures are causing problems from the skies to the roads. Fatal freeze, dangerously cold temperatures creating havoc on the highways, leaving at least 19 dead this morning. In Baltimore, this truck careened off Interstate 95, exploding into flames.
Oh my God, yo!
A stranded motorist watched helplessly as truck after truck
Stop!
drive straight into the inferno.
The whole 95 is on fire.
At least 20 injured and 3 dead on a day where the Maryland police responded to 377 accidents. In Oregon, a large chunk of ice smashing this windshield after falling off a semi-truck. Pileups from New Mexico to North Carolina. At Chicago's O'Hare Airport, a terrifying landing. A plane sliding off the runway, landing in the grass. No one hurt.
It's cold in Chicago just the way you like it.
The sub-zero wind chills not stopping the NFL. Players and fans bundled up in Denver, Kansas City, and Chicago, where it was so cold, a hard hit combined with -4 wind chills.
That's unreal.
Sent one player's helmet sticker flying straight off. It was unreal. And to put into perspective just how cold it is out here, we have some boiling water. I'm going to toss it up into the air here. Woo! You can see it turns into snow. Some water is still dropping out of it, but that is how extreme cold it is out here this morning, Amy.
Wow, and I was just talking, Eva, to the meteorologist there in Chicago, Tracy, and she was like telling her viewers, hey, good news, guys, it's going to get to 30 later this week. Like, they were excited that they were almost at freezing. That's how cold it is. And these winter storms are looming over a record holiday travel season. Thousands of flights have been delayed or canceled in just the last 24 hours. Now, more than 100 million Americans expected to hit the roads and the skies this week. They could be in for a very rough ride. ABC's David Curley is at Reagan Airport with all the latest on that. David, good morning.
Morning, Amy. Usually holiday travel is not very much fun, and already for today, the day just starting, 100 flights have been canceled. Folks are moving through the lines, but just yesterday, more than 1,500 flights were canceled, more than 5,000 delayed. And what a mess in Denver yesterday. Looks like it was one airline's problem. It was Frontier Airlines. Look at the mess of bags, hundreds and hundreds of bags stuck there in baggage claim. One flight from Atlanta, the passengers say they were landed and were on the tarmac in Denver for 5 hours before they could get to a gate and get off the aircraft. Denver International Airport says this was Frontier's issue, that other airlines were not having a problem there, but quite a mess. The only good news, Amy, it's kind of spread out over the week when people travel, so that may help a little bit. The big question is the weather. Airlines are really worried about the weather.
Yeah, and it looked like such a nightmare over the weekend. And also a big problem at LAX. There was a power outage. It didn't last very long, but it created some significant issues.
Actually, 2 little power bumps early yesterday evening, and the real problem is that it put the computers down, and it took about an hour for the computers to come back up, about a half hour in delays. But baggage claim in LA was down for a good part of the evening last night. They're getting into it, investigating, figure out what happened, but that tells you how important the electricity is for us getting home for the holidays.
Very important. All right, David, thanks so much. And let's go back now to Ginger. Ginger, you actually do have that good news.
I have to have
good news. It's going to be 30 in Chicago.
You know, it can't keep going down when you see 58 below or so over the weekend. You're going to go up eventually, but let's look first at the winter weather alerts, just because I wanted to impress upon you that California, even parts of Arkansas, have hard freeze warnings, even Burbank with a frost advisory this morning. But there's that freezing line we talked about. And through the week, it is going to get milder and milder, even bumping up to almost the Canadian border. So the numbers, y'all, for Boston, 25 to 43. Dallas goes from 37 today to 63. Things are getting a lot better. So we are going to warm up. It's just then you don't get a white Christmas in a lot of places. I'll save that bad news for another day.
All right.
We'll take the good news right now. We're going to move on to the latest on the Trump transition. It is a decisive day as presidential electors meet in all 50 states to cast their votes. That is Pennsylvania's state capital in Harrisburg. Of course, that state a key win for Donald Trump. The 20 electors there will vote with extra security in place as protesters are gathering. ABC's Cecilia Vega here. You're tracking it all. Good morning, Cecilia.
Good, George. Good morning to you. Donald Trump's opponents need just 37 electors to go rogue today, and a handful have said they plan to. But despite this last-minute push for a different outcome, the president-elect is poised to win the Electoral College when members cast their votes.
He lacks the necessary.
From celebrities making a last-minute appeal,
Republican members of the Electoral College, this message is for you.
To protesters marching on the National Mall, and an online petition with nearly 5 million signatures. This morning, an unprecedented push for the Electoral College not to pick Donald Trump when they cast their vote today. 538 members convening in every state capital and the District of Columbia. A formality normally, but this year all eyes on them as Trump's opponents hope for a Hail Mary. The vast majority of electors insisting they are not changing their vote.
It really shows a lack of understanding of our democracy. It shows an honest lack and disrespect.
Trump praising the Electoral College this weekend.
I never appreciated it until now, how genius it was, what they had in mind.
After once blasting it as a disaster for democracy. Still, amid accusations of Russian hacking in the election, 80 electors signing a letter asking the Director of National Intelligence to provide them with classified briefings before they vote. And Hillary Clinton's campaign manager endorsing that request.
But what did Trump Inc. know, and when did they know it? Were they in touch with the Russians? I think those are still open questions, and the electors have a right to know what the answers are.
But the Trump team pushing back hard.
The entire nonsense about the electors trying to use the Russian hacking issue to change the election results is really unfortunate. I think that actually undermines our democracy more than any other conversation that we're having right now.
No laughing matter, but certainly fodder for SNL.
This is Elf on the Shelf. It's fun. You just put it right here next to your internet router.
Yeah, SNL is not letting up on this one. So the intelligence agencies have all but denied that request by those Electoral College members for that briefing on the Russian hacking. Today's votes not counted officially, George, until January 6th.
Yeah, that will happen in the Congress. Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much.
All right, let's talk more now about Senators Chuck Schumer and John McCain, who are leading that bipartisan call for an investigation on those Russian hacking allegations and the election. Take a look at what Senator McCain had to say.
Whether it would have affected the outcome of the election or not is the reason why we need to have a select committee. If they're able to harm the electoral process, then they destroy democracy, which is based on free and fair elections.
Our chief foreign correspondent, Terry Moran, is in Moscow now with reaction in Russia. And Terry, you've been talking to people inside the Kremlin. What are they saying?
Good morning, Amy. Well, talking to Russian government officials, people close to Putin's inner circle, I have to say they're laughing at us. They think this is a joke. They look at the post-election chaos in the United States, the controversy in the Electoral College, the call for congressional hearings, and they're taking delight in it. Remember, there were cheers in the Russian parliament on election night. Russian state media, state-dominated media, is mocking the Americans. And you talk to ordinary Russians, they don't believe it. They think it's almost embarrassing for the United States. They can't believe that any hacker, and the Russian government is absolutely out and out denying that had anything to do with it, but that any hacker could undermine an American election.
Terry, you said they were cheering there on election night, but what is their actual take on Donald Trump?
Well, that's interesting, Amy, because they didn't want Hillary Clinton. It is striking the hatred that you feel from Russian government officials for Hillary Clinton. They saw her as an enemy and a threat to Russia, but they don't know Donald Trump. They see him not, as some American liberals do, as Putin's poodle, but as an American nationalist that they hope they can do business with. Amy?
All right, very interesting. Terry Moran, thank you.
Okay, let's get more on this now from Koki Roberts and John Carl. Koki right here in New York, John Carl down in Washington. Koki, let's begin. We want to get to Russia in a second. Let's begin with this Electoral College protest going on right now. We haven't seen this kind of focus on the Electoral College back since like the 2000 election.
Well, and even then wasn't as intense as it is now because, yes, it's spurred on by social media and all of that and these ads in the paper, all of it. But it's not going to go anywhere, George. I mean, we've seen protests before with the Electoral College, and pretty much every 4 years there's a challenge, but then it's over.
Right, even if a couple of so-called faithless electors change their vote, it's not going to change the outcome. And John, one thing, though, that may change, we are starting to see some signs from the Donald Trump camp that once we get by this Electoral College vote today, he might start to move towards accepting these conclusions of the intelligence community that Russia was indeed involved in this election.
George, we heard that directly from Reince Priebus, who, of course, is his incoming chief of staff, said that if the president-elect, then president, gets presented with evidence from the intelligence community on this that is convincing, that he would accept the conclusions. We'll see if that actually happens. This is something that has been pretty fundamental. I mean, from the start, Trump has dismissed this possibility. And, George, if he accepts it, it raises a very interesting question for President-elect Trump. What does he do about it?
That's what I
Will
wanted
there be retaliation taken against the Russians?
That's what I wanted to follow up on, because we heard from President Obama on Friday at his end-of-year press conference saying there will be retaliation once the final report comes in. But Kellyanne Conway, Mr. Trump's president-elect senior advisor, saying yesterday he won't necessarily follow through on that.
That's right, and it's hard to imagine a president like Trump who has talked about a new start with Russia, who has talked about dealing with Russia, warmer ties with Russia, starting one of his first acts as president, retaliating against the Russians for something that arguably helped him get elected president.
But, Koki, you do have that pressure in the Republican Party.
Absolutely.
John McCain, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio.
Well, and historical pressure. I mean, the Republicans have been the party of opposition to Russia, the Soviet Union before that, the hardliners, and for them to suddenly say, oh, it's all fine, is a problem for them and a problem for Trump. I think it's a bigger problem if he doesn't accept the intelligence, because these are the people he's going to be counting on for the next 4 years to tell him what's going on around the world.
All unfolding in the coming days. Koki, John, thanks very much.
All right, we turn now to overseas, where evacuations have resumed in the war-torn city of Aleppo, Syria. Thousands of civilians and rebel fighters have been trapped in that city in freezing temperatures days after the takeover by government forces. The evacuation was delayed Sunday after militants opposed to that evacuation plan set fire to buses that were supposed to carry people fleeing the city. But today, Russia and France are supporting a new compromise that will allow the United Nations to monitor those evacuations and make sure aid is delivered.
It is so critical. We'll move on now to the latest on a manhunt going on right now in Arkansas after a road rage shooting killed a 3-year-old boy on a shopping trip with his grandmother. The suspect is on the loose. ABC's Adrienne Bankert is on the story. Good morning, Adrienne.
Good morning to you, George. Yes, it's cruel and senseless. Somebody pulling out a gun because they were in a hurry. Police are hoping to find the man who shot a toddler in a fit of road rage.
This morning, the manhunt is on for a driver who opened fire on this car, killing an innocent child in a deadly case of road rage.
This is probably one of the most frustrating things that you will encounter in your career when it involves children.
Kim King-Macon says she was taking her 2 young grandchildren on a shopping trip in Little Rock, Arkansas, Saturday night, coming to a halt at this stop sign, waiting to make a turn in the pouring rain. That's when police say the driver of the car behind her honked his horn, apparently angry she was going too slow. Investigators say she honked back. That's when the man allegedly got out of his vehicle, firing his gun. Macon driving off, pulling into this parking lot where she discovered her 3-year-old grandson, Asen King, had been shot. He later died at the hospital.
We're asking that if there's anyone who has information pertaining to this case, please come forward.
Detectives now offering a $20,000 reward for the killer they believe was driving a 2003 black Chevrolet Impala. Police say the family is completely innocent and had no prior relationship with the gunman.
Unimaginable grief for this family. There's still very a very limited description of the suspect. They hope any information from the public will help. George and
So
Amy.
senseless.
Yeah, and you see those pictures and your heart just breaks. I mean, a 3-year-old child.
Incredibly sad. Adrienne, thank you so much. Well, now to Hollywood, celebrating the life of a legend this morning, Wjla Gabor, the Hungarian beauty who was just as famous for her love life as for her many acting roles.
I don't want to be remembered as a woman who married so many times, but you see, I married so many times, I fall in love, and I'm very impulsive. I marry too fast, and when a man is not nice to me, I go. I don't need alimony. I go away, I can work. So I married so many times because I fall easily in love.
She falls easy in love. Well, she came to the U.S. in the late 1930s, quickly becoming a household name, along with her sister Ava, who starred in Green Acres. Wjla was known for her extravagant lifestyle and, yes, many marriages. She had 8 husbands, in case you were counting, including Conrad Hilton, the hotel magnate. If you're over a certain age, you'll remember Wjla on the talk shows, calling everyone darling. Wjla Gabor was 99. Here's one of my favorite quotes. She said, "I'm a marvelous housekeeper. Every time I leave a husband, I keep the house." Still making us laugh.
All summed up in one sentence. Thanks very much. Let's go back to Ginger.
I'm going to call you both darling today, just in honor, of Wjla. Well, look at the snow cover. I wanted to bring back last year's. Remember, it was a pretty mild December. So this day last year, only 38% of the country was covered in snow. Today, 55%. But like we were just talking about, the warm-up on the way, it's not going to last all that long. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, though, the Select Cities brought to you by Walmart.
And a very good morning, meteorologist Brian Vandergraff. Today, 30s. The best we can do. Do you know yesterday was 66? A mix of clouds and sunshine. The wind's much calmer today. Tonight, Redskins hosting the Panthers. It'll be cold. Temperatures from the 30s falling into the 20s. Extra layers. It will be cold tonight at the game, so be prepared. Then looking beyond as we look at the next 10 days, a little bit of a warming trend for Thursday, then a bit cooler for the weekend. At this point, dry for Hanukkah and Christmas Eve, but Christmas could feature a sprinkler shower late day.
There is beauty in 15 or 30 below zero, and it looks like this. Duluth, Minnesota, that's the steam rising, and you see that heart.
It
that
warms your
formed.
heart.
It does, until you walk outside.
Even if not your feet, exactly. Okay, Ginger, thanks. And coming up, college football star under fire. We have disturbing new surveillance video. Shows him hitting a woman.